What is up, everybody? Episode 34 starts in 30 seconds. What's up, everybody? This episode is brought to you by Dent Mechanic Group. Man, we've had so much over a week or so here in the DF Dub. And listen, if your vehicle has been damaged by hail or anything like that, man, you want to contact my buddy Tim, okay, at 239-825-7711 and tell him the ball guy JC sent you. He will take good care of you, okay? His information will be on the description of this show, okay? My guest today, man, talk about jack of all trades. Man, he's an actor, producer, director, creator, writer, and he's from the DFW area. He's responsible for films like God's Tired, The Red Room Horror, Lady Thug, Love Thy Neighbor, Blind Confession, to just name a few. So let's bring him on. Michael W. Green, what's up, my brother? Thank you for being on, man.
Hey, what's going on, JC, man? Hey, thanks for bringing me on. Well, definitely, I was excited to get on the show, brother, so let's do it.
And I see the Blind Confession back there. I see the poster of Blind Confession. I just saw the film recently. Really enjoyed it. I also saw Brother 321.
Yeah,
I know you told me I was one of your older older films. I've enjoyed that one. I saw Love Thy Neighbor. I saw Lady Thug.
okay.
So it was, I saw Blind Confession as well. So it was great films, man. Great films. And like I said, you're a jack of all trades, man. But before we get into that, let's talk about your background, man. I want to know about your background, where you come from, where you're from, and and how you get started in the film industry.
Well, oh man, well, I'm from Dallas, Texas, born and raised. I've always been doing talent shows, dance competitions. Like back when I was little, we used to break dance. That's back in the 70s. So I used to, we was breakdancing on cardboard back then. Let's see. I've always wanted to be on stage. I guess I always felt like I was supposed to be something big. I used to tell my mama that all the time. I remember running outside when I was in the bedroom. We were living in South Dallas, and I was practicing on my dance moves. And I was listening to ABC, which is called Another Bad Creation. It was a kid group. You remember that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was in the room dancing on Aisha, and something just hit me. My mom was leaving, so I ran outside to the back. I said, "Mama, one day I'm gonna be on stage. I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna buy you a car. I'm gonna buy you a house." She said, "Well, good, but take your butt back in the house now because I'm about to leave." I said, "Okay, I'm just letting you know." I still remember that, dude. We were staying in Meadow Grove Apartments in South Dallas. I still remember that. I was a little itty bitty type. Man, what got me into, like I say, when it comes to film, bro, it's something about it that makes me, it makes me want to keep doing it and keep doing it. Oh, before we get too deep.
But yeah, so you were into breakdancing. But hold on, you said you were breakdancing in the 70s. Hold on, how old are you? If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
Man, I'm about to turn 49, man.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I was to say, okay, you're on my age. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I turned 48 this year. That's what I thought. Okay, so you're breakdancing back. Yeah, okay. So cool. Who were one of your favorite besides ABC? Who else did you like? Who did you breakdance to?
Oh man. Well, it's that beat from Breaking. You remember Breaking? That it's that dun 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 dun
Oh my, that's
dun
old
dun.
school,
And
dude.
every time I used to hear that, I just started hitting it, man. Like
Here, Robert.
I used to. I don't know. It was something about it because I saw the movie Breaking, and they walking into that club, and there was Beat Street and that other, and they. Man, I'm telling you that
Dude,
every
I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps. That's
time,
old school. That was, yeah,
man.
man. That was the jam. That was
And I used to
Africa
get
Bambaataa. Africa. You're talking about Africa Bambaataa. You're
yeah,
talking about the Planet Patrol.
Planet Patrol,
Run
yeah,
DMC. Run
Run DMC.
DMC.
Used to dig
Man, yeah,
DMC a
you're
lot.
talking about some. Yeah, yeah.
My mom used to wake me up at night when she used to have her friends over, and they'll be like drinking and stuff. And my mom used to drink that E&J brandy, bro. And they used to wake me up and stuff and be like, Michael, come dance. I'm like, Mom, I'm tired. They'll pull out $1 or $2. I'm doing the MC hammer like a mug, bro. Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was built in me, brother. I was supposed to entertain.
That's awesome, man. So that's what got so you wanted to be in front of so you were you ever camera shy? Were you ever shy of being
It's more like one of those ones. It's not really camera shy. It's like I'm going to it and I'm like, I see all these people. I say, you know what? Just do it, man. I just go out there. And what I would do when I first started dancing, I close my eyes. And then I already knew what moves I was going to do. I'll close my eyes for a few seconds. Then if I do something, they say, woo, the eyes come open. And I just started hitting it. Yeah. So that was the way I coped with it. And it made me process it for the thing like that. And you asked another question. You asked me, how did I get into film?
Yep.
Well, I did theater and everything in school, in high school or whatever. But the way that I got in film, it was on a $20 bet. A $20 bet. Now, this is pushed years later. I started acting in 2000. 2001. And a buddy of mine, I used to have this group of guys who used to go hit the gym. And so one day we hit the gym and went and got some wings because, you eat chicken wings after you go work out, But anyway, we stopped by the gas station. There was this dude with bootlegging DVDs. Man, I see he was trying to hustle. I went up there. I said, well, man, how much the DVD? He said, give me $25. I say, for a bootleg?
What?
I said, man, you better take these $3 and
be happy with that.
Yeah, real. You're trying to take blockbuster prices right now. But anyway, he gave it to me. We went back to the crib. We eating wings. We watching it, and I can't think of the name of the movie, bro. But it was horrible. The acting sucked. So I said, man, I bet I can act better than that. My boy was like, $20 bet you can't. I said, what? I said, bet. Man, I ended up paying money just to go to school at KD Studios just to win a $20 bet. I paid way more than $20 to go to school, but I ended up winning the $20.
It was more than the $20. It was pride. It was it was bragging rights.
Yes, sir. You had to, man. You had to.
So when you did that, that's what you said, man, I could get into this, right?
Well, back then I was like, it was one of those things where I was already a character, but I didn't know how to shape it, My teacher at that time she's rest in peace, Yvette Stone. She actually passed away years ago. She was my teacher at KD. And she told me, she said, Michael, you got something, but you just have to you just have to figure it out for you'll know which direction to go. She said, and she told me a couple of things. She said, at that time, like I said, I was really fit. She said, do not put all those tattoos all over your body, your neck, and all that stuff. She said, and She said, you need to stay grounded. She said, but I'm gonna help you. And that kind of shaped me on how to approach acting. But then I still wasn't booking anything. I was doing like extra work. And then, you know, I booked the stage plays here and there. And then when I booked the stage plays, next thing you know, everything started like coming into perspective. I'm like, when you in the stage play, bro, there's no cut, you know, we're gonna start from, oh, you say, yeah, you can't do any of that. It's you got to keep going on stage plays. So I started doing stage productions, then started doing extras on films, and then started like booking industrial commercials, and I booked a fitness ad, and then it just kept going. And then when I saw my first check from a speaking role, I was like, you know what? I like this check better. I like this check better. But then now, man, where I'm at now in my career, I don't really look. It's not. I mean, you want to be paid for your talent, but when we shoot our movies, we're trying to put a message out there to let them know, hey, man, look at what we did. You know, I mean, of course, everybody wants to be paid. I mean, me too, but I made a lot of sacrifices, bro. You know, to get to the stuff I'm doing now or whatever.
Well, and I'm assuming some of the sacrifices, you probably lost some money as you were getting. You know, I'm assuming it's just like most careers. Like, I mean, I know wrestlers. They're paying the like Ric Flair said, I paid the price. you know, to get to the top and to get successful, it costs money. It costs money to get on the road or to pay the actors. In your case, to pay the actors and stuff like that. So it probably costs you more money at the beginning,
right? Yeah. Well, it's just well, it's not even more money in the beginning. It's always money. Like it's always money, man. It's always it's just that's why you have to budget. You have to have a budget. If the budget is $40K, we do not go over $40K, not 1 cent over $40K. Like seriously, budget is everything. But I did it hit the bank account quite a few times, brother. It really did.
Now, do you raise that money? Question: Do you raise that money, or do you have that? You know, do you how do you get the money to do a film?
Well, you get an investor.
Okay.
You definitely go half on the money with your investor. My business partner, usually with films, we go half on the films 50-50. But that's usually how it is with me. You can do a fundraiser or GoFundMe or, you know, one of those type of functions that allow you to raise money for an indie project.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it helps. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's not. You can go to a distribution company and let them see some of your current work, and if they believe in you, they can put money up front for the project. But that hits differently at the back end, though. So you have to be really mindful about that. That's why we would just prefer to raise the money ourselves or use the money we got. Every time I do, like if I book a gig, whatever amount it is, I always take a portion of that and I put it to the side. So I take half of it, break that half in half, take this half, put it in my business account, take this one, put it in my savings, and this one right here is what we use.
And that the other one's just in case. Just in case
and
you need to use it. And then that first one you said, that's your budget, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's smart. Yeah. That's smart. That's business right there. Who are your influences? Who have been your influences when to get into this? Who have been your influences?
Denzel.
I knew it. Like he's the man. Denzel.
He's
the man. Is there any bad role that the man has done? I don't think there's been not one bad role.
I don't think there's ever been a bad role that Denzel have done. Me personally, I think. I actually think Samuel Jackson is a good fit. Who else? Samuel Jackson, Spike Lee.
Oh, Spike Lee's a genius, man. He's yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I used to. I mean, you know, School Days, Do the Right Thing. You got to, you know, them old school movies like that 35 millimeter look. You know, definitely were influences of mine. Let's see. I like different types of films, man. I'm not really a one genre type person when it comes to movies. So I like all kinds, you know. Of course, I definitely love urban. I love sci-fi. I love sci-fi. I'm a Marvel, I guess you say fan. I'm gonna say fan. I'm a Marvel fan. And definitely back in the day, Patrick Swayze, Roadhouse, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's just seeing certain people do certain roles. You look at them and you're just like, you know what? Man, I can do that. Or I see somebody on stage performing, singing or whatever, and you look up, I see myself on that stage in front of all those thousands of people. Man, it's just, it's a great feeling, bro.
Well, and I can tell that you like different genres because, I mean, well, you have, I see you have horror. You've done horror. You've done, action. Maybe some kind of a thriller. Because Lady Thug wasn't really although Lady Thug threw me, you threw a curveball at the end there.
Yeah.
You're good with that. I've caught on that you like throwing us a not curveball. What's it called? A plot twist.
Mm-hmm.
You like that plot twist type of. You're that kind of creator, that plot twist, which I love. But obviously you do. You're that kind of a creator where you have that. You love the different kind of genres, and I love that. Because some people stick to just one genre, But that goes to show your creativity and your talent. That's one of the reasons Denzel Washington is one of my favorite actors is Denzel. He can be funny. He could be a bad boy, man. He could be action, drama, and he can make you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the late great Robin Williams, man.
Yes,
Robin Williams, comedy, cartoons, and then when he went to thriller type of movies, what? Yeah. That gives you the talent, and that's what I'm enjoying about you. You have that. You create a different kind of genres, and I love it. How do you come up? How do you come up with the films, man? What pops up to your head? What do you think about it, or do you have a dream or something? How do you come up with these films? What are the inspirations behind each film?
It's actually some of all what you just said. Some projects I can be driving on the road and I'll think of something, so I grab my cell phone, put it on record, and I'll say something about it. And then I'll stop it, and then I'll come back to it later. I've had dreams where me doing film, I'll wake up in the middle of the night, and then I'm like, I'll lay back down. I'm like, oh, man. Okay, you know what? I'll jump on the computer to start writing. It hits me different times. There's really no certain time that hit me. It hit, like, since we've been on this podcast, man, I've already thought about like 4 scenes I need to write for a script. Like, seriously.
So if you need to stop and write, man, do it. Don't let it slip.
It's up here, brother. It's up here.
You're that good. I would be horrible at that because I would forget by the time we're done. I would have forgotten. Oh, damn, I should have written that down. So you're good.
Yeah.
And because it's incredible. It's 2024. We're not even halfway through the year. You already have 3 films that have come out, and you have a couple more coming out, right? That's ready to come out, right?
Well,
If I'm not mistaken.
Last 2 years we've had 4 movies released. That's features. We just wrapped our 4th movie for this year, so we're gonna drop 4 movies this year before December. We're gonna have a casting call probably September, October for my new comedy, and yeah, so we're rocking out right now, man.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
You know what I find interesting about your films that you have the same actors, and I love that. Why is that?
Well, down here in Dallas, man, it's a lot of talent. It's a lot of talent, but certain people come to mind when you're trying to get it right with them, and certain people come to mind. So you have to figure out, okay, how am I going to make this character pop? This actress just did a great job. So what I do is I make sure, because sometimes it's hard for me because sometimes you're biased because you may know people who've did good films with you. You have to be like, nah, I can't really, I don't know. So what I do is I get 4 or 5 casting directors every time we do a casting. They sit down and they give me their input on certain roles. And if we all agree on agreements on this person, they got it. It's no more, I know you. Now, unless I specific, like if I said, okay, JC, man, I got an idea for a role. It's one scene. I think the look you have is perfect, bro. It's maybe like 6 lines. I actually wrote it for you. Then that's different. Because it's certain roles that I write specifically for people. They just have to come audition and kill it. Once they kill it, hey, welcome to the family.
That reminds me of Mr. T. B.A. Baracus,
Mm-hmm.
the only guy in the A-Team who did not even audition. I think he probably went and read to make sure, hey, we got the, but he didn't even, that role was his. They wrote that role just for him.
He didn't have to, because when he did Rocky, bro, that was his look, his demeanor. Man, I pity the fool. Yeah. Because you notice he said that on Rocky too.
Yes.
He did say it on Rocky.
Yeah, he did. And that became his catchphrase. But yeah, I mean, I love that they do gel. I mean, and not everybody has the same, the lady I forgot her. With all due respect, I forgot her. Her main role, the lead for Lady Thug.
Oh, Santasha Nicole.
Yes. She had a smaller role in another film. So it's like you use the same people pretty much, and they have different roles, but I love how everybody gels together. And it works, because sometimes you see people in the same films doing, and I go, it didn't work here. So far in your films, they've been working.
Thank you.
And I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, JC. It's more like a lot of the actors, male or females, come together and they do character development. They go in, lock in on this character, because I'm the type of person, we're gonna keep shooting this scene until we get it right. I'm not gonna just settle for a scene to be okay. It's half-assed. No, we ain't doing that. No, you going all the way in on it. So a lot of the actors know each other. They've worked with each other a lot. So gelling is not really the problem. It's the more of bringing that character to be you becoming who that character is. So like a lot of times, if you have like, I did casting calls when I was going to casting. Like actually, I have a audition to do when we get off of here. Actually,
really,
yeah, I got it through my manager. But when you go to like I went to casting calls, when you walk in there, you have to I was playing a thug guy. It was a mean dude, but he was the antagonist of the movie, so he was the main character. Bruh, I was out there, getting ready, reading over the sides they gave me. Soon as they called my name to go in there, my hat was like this. I instantly turned into that dude. I'm like this with everybody. Yeah, man. Yeah, well, hopefully we get it. I'm just waiting. As soon as they said Michael Green, I mean, it's instantly just like that. You have to, if you're going to do it, go all the way in. So it just depends on the people. So
How long do films take to film? More or less ballpark.
Well, it depends on locations. It depends on hold on. It depends on the budget. the budget.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And it's like you have to be able to. I'm pretty good at location finding or whatever. It's just one of those things. I'm good at finding locations and stuff like that. So you just have to minimize. Like some people want to write a scene where they in a big skyscraper and they want to run into a helicopter, or they in a car on the expressway, and I'm like, okay, well, we can't do that. We ain't doing that part. But you just have to know how to minimize and still give them the same impact. For me, it takes for our films, usually I say 8 to 10 days. I can shoot a full length feature.
Really?
Sometimes 12, depending on the scheduling of the actors. So what you try to do is you try to get the actors who are, if they're not in the scene with the leads, if they're not in the scenes with the leads, what you try to do is you try to get them all filmed and taken care of so they're good. So we don't have to worry about them on that. So after they get through, they can pretty much be wrapped for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So we're good on that part. But then again, sometimes it's one of those things where you have to have them in the scenes with the actors. You try to do the best you can to get everybody wrapped as fast as possible without messing up the integrity of the movie.
Right. And most of your films are filmed here in DFW, or how far out have you gone?
We've shot films in Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas, but mostly I would say 93% of the time is Texas. Yeah, man. It's just I know this location. I know I got connections with people. I built relationships with people, so I'm good with all that with everybody. So by doing that, it allows me to say, okay, we got this house we're gonna film into. If this house is big enough, we can make the house look like 2 or 3 different houses.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends. Some people houses that you walk in, you're like, whoa, you got 3 living rooms? Really? Just like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And with that, you save money.
Amen, brother.
With that, and that's the key, right? So yeah. What's been your smallest budget that you've ever needed to go on? What's been the smallest? And have you ever gone over budget? Free?
Yeah.
Hold on, free?
Yeah.
Really?
when you're just starting out, bro, you really don't have a lot of money, man. You have an ideal, you're excited about this ideal, and you just want to take it to the and you talk to people who are like-minded, like, look, man, we all just starting. But look, y'all, if we can get this together, we can make this happen. It's one film that I never got a chance to get complete, and to this day, it's still. I was talking to my business partner. My business partner is Benjamin Ward. I was talking to him the other day. I'm like, man, that still bothers me. Like, it's the one feature we never got a chance to get done. Since that feature, we've completed 8 features since then. And it's everybody volunteered their time. I didn't have any money. Man, I would go and have people buying chips and drinks, water, bottled water, just for us to have someone we'll make sandwiches and bring them. It's just a point of being, you have to feed everybody, because we're on set so many hours. You get hungry, your stomach growling. When you get hangry, then it's over with. It's a done deal then. So, but the least I've ever had was free, and that was people volunteered their time to be part of this film.
Well, and I know what you just said. You got people with key to everything, I guess. When you get like-minded individuals, again, look, this could be the beginning of something big, and you pretty much partnered with these people, I guess. I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, some of the folks are in most of your films are probably started with you with that, right?
Well, not actually partnership. That hits a little differently when it comes to partnerships. It just depends, because there's so many different avenues you can go about when you're shooting a feature and you're kind of limited budget. It just depends. Some people do a certain amount of money. Like, I would go to people and say, look, this is what I can pay you. We really want you for this role. Can you do it? I can't go 1 penny over this amount. And if they say, you know what, Mike, a number love for you, bro, but I just can't do it, respect. I'd rather you tell me you can't do it than to take the role, and then when it's time to film, you can't shoot. And that has happened to me multiple times.
Oh, man, really?
Sucks, bro.
Really?
Brothers 321.
That was really so. People for Brothers 321. That was you had some folks that backed out at the end.
Man, we were filming Brothers 321, and I wrote the script specifically for this one guy. When I wrote one role, he was a model look. This guy was, if everybody see him, they like, he had the look. Like, he model, fit, 6'4", ripped, everything. We booked Brandon McCowan to play the other brother. He wasn't the model. He was the singer. He was supposed to be like a fashion designer, aspiring, but he ended up being a singer in the movie. Even though we didn't get a chance to hear him sing. So anyway, the guy who booked for the model, scheduling conflicts, it didn't work. I had booked this one spot and it didn't work. He couldn't show. So we had already shot like 6 or 7 scenes with this guy, and it didn't work out. So I'm like, man. So then I talked to him on the phone. I'm hurting now. I'm like, man, we had all these people at the house to shoot, but his character was in it was like 9 scenes to shoot that day. I think his character was in like 6 or 7 of them. Wow. We had just parted ways at that moment, at that exact moment, and I'm freaking out. So my first AD came to me and said, who do you know could probably do this? I say, She said, think. I call a partner that I graduated from high school with. And if you looked at Brothers 321 to the end, you saw it gave a tribute to him in the movie. So I called him up and I said, hey, bro, I don't know what you got going on, but we're shooting a movie. He said, yeah, me and my wife we've been checking you out on social media, man. And he said, I'm happy for you. I say, well, appreciate it. He said, bro, I need somebody who's a model look. He was a bald-headed dude, light skin. I said, okay. He said, man, I said, I need you, bro. He said, you know what, Mike? Send me the address. Tell me what I need to bring. He drove out there. We shot the other scenes. He drove out there, we signed the contracts, he got the script, memorized it. We shot all the scenes that day. In the back room, he told me when he was getting ready and getting dressed and stuff, I'm telling him, man, I appreciate you. He say, I'm just letting you know, man, you know, I've been kind of sick. So I'm just letting you know it's a good chance I may not be here next year. And I'm like, man, I said, bro, I ain't trying to talk about death right now or nothing like that. He said, okay, I'm just telling you. He told me this between me and him because he's the only one in the room. We shot another 8 or 9 scenes, maybe 12. So now we're like 20-some scenes in. When you go to Christmas break, Brandon calls me, was the other lead. He said, have you spoke to Hewitt? I say, no. I said, but we about to get ready to start back filming. He said, I think he died. I said, what? True enough, he passed away. So now I'm looking like, okay, how are we going to finish this movie, man? So I called my boy, Aaron Carolina, who was the final Dietrich in the movie. And I said, bro, blah, 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 blah. He said, yeah, Mike, I'll do it. I said, are you sure? I said, bro, because we shot 8, then we shot 21 or 22. Now we're back to square one again. So take in mind, I had to re-rent all these places again. It's just constantly building. We shot it. We got it done. I had to switch up scripts because everybody kept bailing out on me. It was, wow. Well, I was not going to finish 21, bro. I was not going to finish, but we got it finished.
And I'm glad you did, man. I enjoyed that movie. I enjoyed the film. I really did. I enjoyed the film. That film was you know, that film was deep. You know, then when the guy, your dad, the father, came out, you know, you were pissed. That was a good film. That was a good film. But man, wow. So in how many times have you offered somebody money and say, I can only pay you this much, and you needed to fire them, not because they didn't show up, or have you said that because they're only getting paid X amount, so I'm going to give you that amount of money of a role, or I'm not going to give you my 100%.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this: everyone who comes on board, when we book you, we know you're talented. Mm-hmm. We know you're talented, and I wish I can pay them their worth. Right. I really wish I could, but it's just not in the budget. We're all grinding and hustling right now, trying to get our stuff get to the next level. If this is where you're trying to go when it comes to filming, production, or whatever. But yeah, it's been times where I had to fire people, but I didn't even want to. It's just drama on set. And I'm just like, man, we can't deal with this, man. My business partner be like, hey, recast him. Like Ben is straight up. Ben saying recast him. Like it's just how he is. And I'll be trying to like, no, because when they audition, you see something there. You just can't make heads or tails of it. You just know that they're showing passion right now. So that's what we do. We try to get them. But then I really wish, you know, certain people, I'm not going to say who the names are that I had to fire, but I just really know one of them were still cool. One of them were not, you know, it is what it is. It's just sometimes it's not even that you're not killing the role. It's just your toxic that you put on set, on location. We don't need that either. get bumped at. Leave that alone. You're here to do a job. Let's come together. Let's pray. Let's go knock these things out and let's go home.
I love what you just said. Let's pray. I love that. Let's pray to blessing from the Lord. I love that. I love that you just said that. I love that. So you pray before getting started then.
I pray before every move. Like some of us are cool with praying in a circle. I've did it multiple times on locations. A lot of times, some people, they don't really want to do that. I like for the one we just finished up, the sharing circle. Yeah, we prayed, not every time we was on location, but we did pray and bless the whole production, and I'll be in the car and I'll just put my head back and just pray before, because it's about to be mayhem. It's about to be 20, 30 people on set and they're looking for me to show them direction. So I have to have my A game. I can't be sidetracked with all this extra, because then that's when I fall off and people can tell that you're not together, because you're like, okay, hey, Mike, what's up, bro? What's wrong? And I'll be mentally tapped. I'll be mentally somewhere else. So, yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And so going back to now that's stirring up in my heart and my mind now. Brothers 321. And I'm sorry that I'm stuck there. On that film. You said that you had to refilm and re-rent certain locations. So did you go in the red in that film? Did you go? Man. You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer. But just out of curiosity, just if you have to re-rent certain places over and over again, and you have a budget.
The movie The Wiz, not The Wizard of Oz, The Wiz. With Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Diana Ross. When they went to the Emerald City and then the whole place turned red, that was me. Like I was in the red. Like, bro, it was so negative. I was just like, man, I had tapped into my rent money and it was a lot, bro.
Oh man. Oof.
Yeah, I've been
stress level must have been.
Yeah, it's been through quite a bit when it comes to that. But you know what? I just look at it as it's a process, bro. It's like, I can't say I don't have a silver spoon. I wasn't handed a lot of money. I wasn't, I don't have that. Everything I got, we got to work for it. We got to grind for it. So, what I do is I just put a little bit of money to the side. Eventually, it'll stack up. Or if I book a nice gig, I have a nice little chunk. I say, okay, now we can start production. Because I know on my other end, I can start adding money every week that's not already there. So by time but again, that starts with a budget. You cannot go one penny over the budget. And me personally, I cook most of the sets. I bring the food myself, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah, we went through a lot of steaks and chicken, brother.
What's been your favorite film thus far?
My favorite film?
Do you have a favorite? What you give me a couple, or you don't have a favorite?
I don't really. I love them all, man, and all of them have a piece of me, a little piece of me in it. So all of them hits me differently. So I don't really have a favorite. I mean, all of them are my favorite. And we got these ones that are about to hit, about to drop. You'll be like, ooh. So I'm excited about that.
Looking forward to those. Is there a type of film that you would not do that you're saying, you know what, that's where I draw the line. I will not do that.
I don't do certain films where for me, same sex, I wouldn't do. I mean, I'm in the film business. That's everywhere, not just film. But me personally, I wouldn't do it, me personally, and it's not because I dislike certain people or whatever.
No, of course
That's
not.
just not that's just not Michael Green. I wouldn't go there.
No, that makes sense. It's just not you, and it's not goes against your beliefs, and
Mhm.
many people take it as, well, you're a homophobe. No, it has nothing to do with that.
No.
It has to do that. That's just you. That's you don't. Yeah. Um, I had a couple more questions. Then, any interesting stories that you can share about what's happening in on sets and whether it's funny or or on auditions.
The only thing that comes to my mind, I think the hardest shoot day I have ever had, and there's been a lot of tough, long days, man, is I filmed the next day after um I filmed the next day after my mom died.
Wow.
Bruh. I had a scene, it was me. What I do is I was getting everybody else out the way to do their monologues. And I didn't do mine that day she passed away, but we was at that same location the next day. My first AD, Hook, was like, okay, we go out to cancel this. I said, no, we're not canceling because I know my mama. My mom was my biggest fan. Her
Career, man. What's your ultimate goal? What do you see as where you want to go with your career?
I have had so many dreams of being on the red carpet in Hollywood, man, at the Oscars, I
Nice.
saw myself there. I don't know what I was doing, but I was there. Um, I really don't have this when I do films, JC, it's not for clout. You know, I do films because I feel it. I have something about it that pushes me to keep going. But I want the big. I want the big film sets, and I want the all the walk the red carpet with the cameras and all. I want all that. I see myself doing big projects. How am I going to get there? The only way it's going to happen, we're just going to have to keep putting out material, man. We just got to keep putting it out. You never know who looks at it, man. We just have to keep putting it out.
Yeah. And well, you have a fan in me now.
Appreciate it, brother.
And I'm gonna be I will be sharing your stuff. Before I let you go, I got a couple more questions. What is your Mount Rushmore in the industry?
My Mount Rushmore in the industry. Do me a favor. Word it differently for me.
What?
Word it differently for me.
Who are your top four? Who are your four? I've asked this question to different wrestlers, and who are to them? Who are the greatest in the history of wrestling? And you, who are your four top of all time? Who?
Bruh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not necessarily who are your favorite. Obviously, you told me who your influences are, and that could be your Mount Rushmore. Obviously, Mount Rushmore is who made the difference in our country.
Right. No doubt.
So yours, in your mind, who's paved the way for the industry in your opinion?
I would say well, of course, who paved the way for me or who was my it's a difference for somebody who paved the way.
No, not per se, but who do you think who has who's made the biggest difference in the industry? Not
For me,
not for Michael Green, not necessarily for Michael Green, but for the industry in general. Like who say, man, let's say for example, so I asked this question, and I think somebody one of the guys, one of the actors, he's a local actor, and he works with me also for textile. He told me Charlie Chaplin was one.
Charlie Chaplin?
Yeah. He mentioned Charlie Chaplin. So he gave me, and he told me 4 different guys for different eras, which was pretty cool. So just to give you an example.
I got you now.
Okay.
Okay, so if that's it, I'm gonna say
I know it's a tough question, but I love this question. I like to know what to me, it's one of my favorite. It's become one of my favorite questions. I ask this question to the different people. To singers and all that stuff. I've asked this question too.
So I would say, for me, with acting, again, one is gonna have to be Denzel, bro. It's gonna have to be.
He deserves it. I need it. Yeah.
I've watched every movie he's ever had multiple times. For me, Denzel. Spike Lee. It's something about Tom Cruise that I always have to watch his Mission Impossibles, bro. Because he does his own stunts. He does all his own stuff. You know? I'm gonna put him there on the sidebar. Definitely Martin Lawrence, definitely a fan of his. Will Smith, I'm definitely a fan, even though all that other stuff that's going on. That doesn't take away from
he's a great actor.
He is a amazing actor.
Same thing with Tom Cruise. You mentioned Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, listen, as a person, the guy may be whatever you want to think, right? But the guy is one of the greatest actors of all time. You can't take that away from him. You can't take that away from him.
I'm gonna give more than just 4. I like Vivica Fox. I like Vivica Fox.
Oh, she's great.
I work with her on Carter High. She was in Carter High. I was in Carter High. I think she's an awesome actress. Yes. You know who Jamie Lee Curtis, bro. Yeah. I think she's pretty badass. Sandra Bullock. Let me see. Felicia Rashad from the Cosby Show.
Oh man, she is classic. She is. Yeah, she's.
And Bill Cosby is a good actor.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, we just talking about acting, not the side, all the other stuff.
Okay, no, yeah.
He's an amazing actor, bro.
You know what I loved about Bill Cosby? The stand-up comedy. I don't know anybody from Hollywood, not Christian. Take away Christian comedians, stand-up comedians. Not one bad word did that man ever say in any of his stand-up. Have you ever seen Bill Cosby himself?
He had a curse word in this comedy. Never.
And he was funny as heck. He killed. He killed it. It. Bill Cosby special. I agree. And let me tell you something. Felicia Rashad she is amazing, and they worked so well together that they had to do another show together.
Yeah,
which was Cosby.
In
the 90s.
Yeah,
that was another great show.
Let me see here, man. Richard Pryor. He is funny in his movies, bro. I know I'm giving you the Michael W. Green Rushmore.
No, you're good, man. You're good. You're building several mountains, but that's all right.
What is his name? God, I'm trying to think of this actor's name, bro.
What has he done?
Gene Wilder. Gene
Oh.
Wilder.
Well, Richard Pryor and him were best friends.
Bro, them two, when they got together, it was something
You
different.
know, the where one is blind, the other one's deaf. What's the name of that movie? Was hilarious.
Hear no evil.
That
Bruh,
movie was
bruh.
classic.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Awesome. I just
Classic.
think it's so many different ones that even, I mean, it just hit. It's the culture. A lot of them that just tapped into a hidden section of acting that some people. Oh, bruh, I'm almost Sidney Poitier.
The late great.
Bruh.
Yeah. And you mentioned people that took it to next levels. The next level, and and this is what I love about conversation.
Right.
I disagree with a couple of them. I'm not a Sandra Bullock fan.
Really?
Never have been. The only movie I liked her in was Speed. And was
really,
despite her, because it was because of Keanu Reeves that movie was good. I'm not a fan of Sandra Bullock. I'm not.
Hold on. What about when she was in with
No, I know what you're gonna tell me.
A Time to Kill?
Never seen that movie. I liked her. I liked her in the movie where she takes in the true story, the black football player.
Oh, The Blind Side.
Blind Side. I liked her in that movie.
I was gonna say she killed that, bro.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
but I'm not a big fan of her. So I'm not. I'd say, well, now she's done a couple good roles, but not. But I love this conversation because we go back. I love it. I love this. I love this. That question can bring out so much. And one of my all-time favorite, Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Yeah. Eddie,
I'm surprised you left him out.
Well, but because Eddie, when I see him in my head, I see Delirious. I see straight stand up because he had his role in Boomerang. Oh man,
that took him to another level. He
Holly,
did it.
Holly Berry. Yeah, they did that. Yeah. But
and he's coming out with part 4 of Axel. He's doing another movie as Axel Foley.
Oh yeah, Beverly Hills Cop. Axel Foley. Yeah, I am definitely a Beverly Hills Cop fan.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm definitely a Beverly Hills Cop fan.
Me too.
Well, man, there's so many people have touched me when it came to acting, male and females. I just like certain roles when you black out. When you black out and you just go in, bro, that's the kind of acting you like. Wow, that dude was really that dude. But, Amari Hardwick is a good actor who plays Ghost on Power. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen Power?
No.
TV show Power?
I've never seen it. First
off, okay, A Time to Kill, you got to watch it. When you get a chance, you and your wife sit down together and watch it. It's called A Time to Kill. It is watch it.
Okay, I will. I promise I will.
Okay.
I'll hit you back up when I tell you what my thoughts on the movie.
Yeah. It's back in the day, but it's nice.
I've heard of the movie. I've heard of the movie. I just because of her, I haven't watched it. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. No disrespect to her, man. No disrespect to her. I don't mean no disrespect to her.
No, it's fair. You're being honest.
I'm honest, man. I'm honest. What's in store for Michael W. Green the rest of this year and beyond? What's in store for you, man?
Rest of this year. Well,
I know you got a couple. I know you got one more coming out this year. You said
no. We got 4. No, we haven't. We dropping 4 this year, bro. Like
4 more?
4. Yes, 4 brand new ones.
I thought you said you're doing 4 in total. I know you dropped 3 already.
We got 4 extra ones that we're dropping.
Oh my God, you're busy, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to that. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. But right now we're just in post-production for it. We just inked the deal to shoot a a book to film promo teaser for a book that will be releasing at the end of this year for the writer who was out of Louisiana. The book is called Layers, and her name is Pamela Piro Ware, and she's the writer of this book called Layers, based off her true story. And we're shooting a promo for her this year. I'm waiting to hear back from Boulder, Colorado. I sent them the paperwork. If they lock it in, man, it's gonna be a nice feature film, bro. Like, it's gonna be nice, and I'll be directing that one.
That's awesome.
I'm writing like 5 scripts right now, but the one that we're trying to mostly focus on is our horror film and then the comedy. So it's just I'm always doing something, man. So my head is kind of all over the place.
That's awesome, man. I love it. I love it. Hey, how do you become an extra? I've always wanted. My wife and I have always wanted to become an extra. What do you do?
I didn't even ask you where you at. You're not even in Texas, are you?
I am. I'm originally from Florida, but I've been in Texas. I'm in East DFW. I work for TechStop, as a matter of fact. I work for Texas.
What city are you in?
I'm in Forney.
You're in bruh. We film in Mesquite all the time.
Really? That's why I work. I work out of Mesquite, and okay. I'm a mobile notary. I'm a mobile notary, and I serve East DFW.
Okay.
That's why I service East DFW as a mobile notary by link.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I'm gonna go ahead and say this live on your podcast, and I'm gonna ask you a question. All right, JC Ortega, I have a spot for you in our new film. Do you accept?
Absolutely.
I got you.
Don't tease me, man.
I got you, bro. I got you. If I tell you it's purple outside, go look. Yeah, man, it'll be like a little simple thing, but I got something for you, bro.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. That's exciting, man. I really appreciate it, man. Folks, all his films, his links, Michael W. Green is going to be on the description. Make sure you like, subscribe, and you share this episode. Michael, thank you, brother. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for taking this time to talk to me, man. Tell me a little bit about yourself and all that stuff, man. God bless you, man. I look forward to more of your films, and you and I are going to be in touch.
All right, JC, the next time I come on here, we're going live.
For sure, for sure. I'm looking forward for part 2.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother.
God bless you, man.
You too.